Hi, this is Tina. So I like to give compliments. I love expressing if I appreciate something about somebody or something. And I didn't used to be like this, but now I love expressing what I feel, what I appreciate. And I noticed that there are different ways. There are usually three ways how people react when they receive compliments. And I noticed that first response, there would be that it's avoiding. They would avoid. For example, if I would meet somebody, I would meet a friend, and I would say, "Wow, you have a beautiful dress. You look so amazing in it. It's wonderful." Avoiding response would be that she would say she would actually be quiet. She would try to avoid. She would try to change the topic. She might feel uncomfortable hearing what I just said, appreciating something about her. So that would be avoiding, just being quiet, changing the topic. The second response that I see is when I would compliment a dress, "Wow, you look so wonderful," they would say, "Oh no, that's old dress, I bought it a while ago, it doesn't really look so good, it's just, it's so." So they would actually reject what I just said. They would deny it. And that's what we see quite often, unfortunately. And then there's a third response, which doesn't happen so often, but I really love it when people receive the compliment that way, is that person would say, "Oh yeah, it looks wonderful, doesn't it? It's so amazing. I feel so good wearing it. It's beautiful. I feel beautiful in it." And this is not what usually happens. So why do we actually have so many difficulties receiving the compliments? It's because we don't feel, a lot of times we would not feel good in our own skin. We would not feel good about what we do, about how we look like. And this has a lot to do with, self-acceptance. So it's something to work on. If you find yourself that you respond like the first person, so avoiding, or if you try to reject it, this is something to work on. See what are the reasons behind how you're feeling. Where is it that you're rejecting yourself? Where is it that you don't feel good about yourself? And it's something to look into it. So what you can do, what is actually the first step that you can get closer to accepting the compliments, is that, which is I started using that years ago when I was working on that. So when somebody meets you, they compliment you on anything, before avoiding it and changing the topic, or before you would want to deny it and say, "Oh no, it's not good," before you do that, pause, take a deep breath, and simply say thank you. No matter if you feel differently about what that person just said, no matter if you agree with them or not, take a deep breath and say thank you. Because by saying thank you, you actually stay open to receiving the positive energy that was just directed towards you. You don't need to acknowledge it yet. You don't need to deal with it right now. But by saying thank you, you actually don't reject it. You don't push it away. You start receiving that. So you stay open. So try to practice just with that. Let this be the first step. And then when you're doing it for maybe a few weeks, observe what is happening. What are the inner voices that are coming up? And this is something to deal with in the future. But first step, take a pause, take a deep breath, and say thank you. That's something what I wanted to share today. Hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, and see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.